But
Should we do the podcast?
you know, saying we're pretty warmed up, right?
We're warmed up.
Feeling warm, dude.
I think.
All right.
Feeling warmed up.
Are we warm?
My butthole's hot.
I'm hot.
Cut that.
No, your butthole is hot is going on.
Dude, I had poutine for lunch, so we're spicy. Yeah, we're spicy. A lot of cheese. It was a poutine where, you know, you had the cheese curds, and then they decided to top it with more mozzarella.
Not even sprinkled.
It was
a layer of mozzarella.
It was like a pizza.
On top.
It was a pizza amount of mozzarella on top of the poutine.
That's a lot of mozzarella.
I was like, damn, that's a lot of cheese.
The way you want it, but also disrespectful.
It was a disrespect.
Fair. Anyway, everybody, welcome back to episode 169 plus 2.
169?
This is
Plus two.
Plus two.
Which
Nice.
is episode 171.
171.
We're at episode 171. Jory made a joke that every episode after this is 169 plus, but
I agree.
Yeah.
we forgot to do that last episode,
I
so
forgot.
it's fine.
I forgot about the joke.
That's embarrassing.
But anyway, thank you guys for checking us out. We have a very special guest.
Kimmy.
Sorry, I thought Jory was going to introduce
No,
you.
you
but-
did great.
Also,
You
someone
did
else
great.
was going to do it.
No, you
That's
did
fine.
great.
I'm Kimmy.
Yeah, they know you.
I've been here once.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been here a lot of
been here a
times,
lot of
but
times.
Yeah.
you guys haven't
This is-
seen that.
This is Jamie.
Yeah.
This is our Jamie. Whenever we're yelling, "Hey, Jamie, look something up," it's
That's
Kimmy.
Oh yeah, Kimmy's Jamie for sure.
Kimmy.
Because Kimmy's been on a lot of episodes in the background
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But just not in it. And that's
Yeah,
fine.
just not it. Yeah, I mean, you've been on this is 2.
This is the second
Okay.
released one.
Oh,
Third.
Yeah.
on-
true. We do have a very deep cut episode that's not released on Jory's behalf.
Won't
And
be
that's
released.
fine. And that's fine.
Yeah, that's a little too.
If you give us
Gremlin drunk.
if you give us $1,000, we'll release the unreleased episode.
Deal.
Take it for a
Deal.
thousand.
Yeah, deal.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome back, guys. Hope you enjoyed last week's episode. How are you guys doing this week? Any highs, any lows, any buffaloes, or how we had that conversation that one time?
It's been a stressful week, but now it got a little less stressful, so that's nice. But it being less stressful makes it more stressful.
That's very
Makes
true.
sense. Just that order not going out, and then now we have to push
It's
it.
stress for a later time, but not right now.
That's fair. Yeah, that's very true.
But other than that, good. Been a good
Yeah.
week.
Similar,
Yeah,
a little stressful, not bad.
that's very true.
I have no ups and no downs. It's just been happening.
Yeah, and like I feel like as adults, it's very hard to have a good week,
Yeah.
but it's very easy to have a bad week.
Right. I just equate them in the same. Like if it wasn't bad enough to call it a bad week, then it equates to
A good week.
that I've been
Yeah,
having, so it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
fine.
Dude.
It's just life.
Yeah, because I mean, I had a week for sure, and I'm just like, man, I hate everything I'm doing right now. But also, I would not do anything else than what I'm doing right now.
It just
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Respect that, Chris.
But hey, that's okay.
Here we are.
We've been
here we
having
are.
a week.
We've made
and
it.
Here we are.
We've made it. We've got some sweet TK beers, dude.
Oh yeah,
Living our best life, dude.
definitely ripping some TKs.
The logo out, you know.
I mean, my logo's been out the whole time. I'm
Same,
just.
dude.
You're incredible at placement. You're right.
But anyway, with that very short intro, let's jump into round number 1.
Let's do it.
Round 1.
Alrighty, folks. Rolling into round number 1.
And Jory, as I pull up my phone, what is round number 1?
Round number 1, I wrote last week. We have van/RV life.
Sorry, I burped in the microphone.
You did fine.
Oh, I'll say it. Van/RV life.
Okay.
Just in case Chris's burp is too loud.
Expound.
Just, conventional living is so expensive these days.
Oh,
So, like, is it, like, how do you feel about it? Would you do it? Do you want to do it? I've also been shopping, looking
I have
a
a,
lot.
yeah, I have a story, so go for
Things
it.
like that, because why own a home when you can just own a motor home?
And you could live literally wherever you want.
Wherever
Yeah,
you want, dude.
I have a story about it, but I'll let you guys go first since it's your topic.
All right. You have an opinion?
Yeah. As I said, been looking at a lot of RVs lately. even if I live locally.
'Cause didn't you find
so much
like
cheaper.
a converted van with like
It was sick. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
it
It
was,
was
this
a
old
handmade
Ford truck,
built.
custom built. It was basically a tiny home on the back
It
of
was
a truck.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was sick, but they had
They had
already
already
kind of
sold
sold it,
it.
and they had dropped the price like half, which was kind of sick. But
20,000, which is
yeah,
not
something like
crazy for
that. But yeah, I don't know. Been looking at it a lot. I'm just like I can't afford a home, but I'm sick of paying rent. So it'd be nice
There
to
you go.
just like
Also, we
rent
don't
out a lot.
use all the home we have.
That's true. Yeah,
we already
It's
pay
nice
for.
to have the space, but also if I had less space, I would feel more apt to get rid of more of my shit.
Yeah, I'd be more selective of what I'm keeping.
Well, you know what's
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up is I've maxed out the space at the studio
Yeah.
where like considering paying rent at like a home, I don't even know. I'm like, dude, having a workspace is more beneficial than having like
Yeah.
a home space.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
for sure.
wild. I'm not saying I'm living at the studio. Let's just cut that. Let's just cut that down real quick. But like, I'm more so at the studio than I'm at my own house.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
bit though. Like
No, it's-
you're out and about more than you're
Yeah.
at home, but you have to pay thousands of dollars to live there, to sleep there, essentially.
Yeah, and it's
silly.
wild. And like, don't get me wrong, I sleep in the studio sometimes.
Well, I have-
but like, yeah. So like, yeah, at my house, like, it's just where I go to bed. I play video games. That's 100% of my
Cook, but
my thing.
there.
Yeah, that's what I do there.
if you had a kitchen here, you'd probably just cook it.
Dude, if I had a kitchen at the studio,
I just go
I
here.
would
You
never
live
leave
here.
the
You
studio
live here.
Yeah, dude.
because I spend most of my time just here.
Yeah.
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 Dude, I thought about this today. So like, let's say like we all work 40 hours a week, right?
Yep.
Plus 8, as in like you get 1 day of sleeping. So you have 48 hours plus 1 day. That's already 2 days just working and 1 day of sleeping.
Yeah.
But then you look at, okay, let's have the other, 6 days of sleeping. Let's do that math.
I don't want to.
I think that's also around 48.
It's a lot. Or whatever. It's a
Yeah.
lot
Yes.
or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's around there.
Sure, something like
But that's not the point. So then you do all the math of working and sleeping. You have 3 full days of whatever the fuck you want to do.
Chris, never say
Yeah.
that ever again.
I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
awful.
I'm
You're
sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, so you have 3 full days of whatever the fuck you want to do.
But that also doesn't include like responsibilities outside of work.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, taking care of the
Exactly.
house,
That's
cleaning
So
chores,
yeah.
pets.
So you have 72 hours of doing anything you want to do, but that 72 hours is spread out between 7 days.
That's not even including drive time to work or doing the.
Exactly.
I want to
It's
stop
so-
this game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
I'm sorry. I literally thought about this today.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
thought about this today because I was just hating life today. I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Good.
Just had a bad day. It's fine. But also, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting.
never
Oh,
looked
it
at
is.
from
It
that
is.
That like if you look at it, it's like, okay, my work hours plus 1 day of sleep. Okay, it's already Wednesday.
Gross. That's
Yeah.
gross.
And
to
then
know.
what do you do with the rest of the sleep hours? Okay, it's already Friday. Now what do I do Friday, Saturday, Sunday? That's that's the thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better about the way I'm living life.
I mean, I would agree, but how I'm living life is like if I only have 72 hours and I spend 10 hours playing video games,
Yeah.
It's good for you. It's health
But
and wellness.
that's not
It's
even
mental health.
a seventh of your time.
That's,
That's
good
not
point.
even like one day
that's
of
a
your
good point.
week.
Yeah.
but it's
Fully.
it's still gross amount of
Yeah,
time
I get it.
for my actual
But you need it
awake,
for your
not
heart.
working time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, what a
it feels
morbid
emotionally
way to
well.
look at that.
So I completely just switched the
Awful.
subject
Awful.
immediately.
Horrible. That's horrible, Chris.
Anyways, I'd love to live in an RV or a van.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my plan at 17. I was going to buy a potato chip truck
Yeah.
and convert it into a little house and drive it around.
Yeah. Honest.
And then
Same.
I learned it cost money. A
Yeah.
lot more than I ever had. So
Dude, I have an amazing idea for a food truck
Okay.
that I want to implement when I'm in my mid 50s.
There you go, dude.
So I mean, I have scales of my
Good
life.
dream and a
I like
good
that.
time frame.
Yeah,
like
so
that. I like
so
that.
it's like I have goals to reach by 40.
Sure.
Which I mean I won't share because
Yeah.
I don't want to
Do you
put
wanna
that on
jinx
the
it?
internet
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
because I don't want to
Accountability?
jinx it. Yeah, and accountability.
Yeah,
But I have
accountability
goals to be
sucks.
by like 40. But then like my retirement plan, I have such a solid idea what I want to do when I'm in my
Do we
50s.
get to know that one or no?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But yeah.
He doesn't
Not
want
on the
anybody to
internet?
steal
Yeah,
it.
I don't want
I
to.
see. Honestly,
fucking
respect.
for steal it.
Already take that.
Don't steal my
But
phone
yeah.
truck idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
Okay, I can respect it.
Yeah, I'm down. And honestly, too, another thing in there is like even like trailer parks. I don't even know if that's like a slanderous term, but like mobile homes, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a bad play, dude. I
Dude,
mean,
they're nice as hell these days.
these days they're nice as shit. Even
Well-
if you get an old one and you can refurbish it,
Yes,
I mean,
Chris.
they're nice, dude.
So
Yes, Christopher.
per my research,
Yeah.
sorry, I just know shit. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't want to.
have
I
microphone.
don't. I'm talking to you guys. I don't want to shit on your goals,
Yeah.
but per my research, like trailer parks are very hard to live at because you own your plot, you own your home,
Yeah.
Right.
but like,
Well, you don't own the plot typically.
well,
Own
I
the
mean,
home, not the
Combine
plot.
out.
Yeah, sometimes.
well, you know, well,
Anyhow.
in saying,
Sure.
I was just generalizing.
Oh, okay.
But that so you own like your trailer basically,
Yep.
and then you pay for more or less like landowner insurance,
Yeah.
or whatever. Trailer parks have increased like 300% in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's actually cheaper to buy a house at the same price you'll buy a trailer.
But the house I can buy at that price is so much shittier than a brand new trailer.
With the expounding numbers.
All right.
So, like, say you buy a trailer at $10,000,
Investment rate.
but you wait until you have enough money to invest $30,000 on a similar size plot. You will have already spent at a trailer like $700,000 or some shit.
Shit. Okay.
And don't quote me. Don't quote me.
I'm gonna be a hater. on
Don't
the
quote
internet.
me. Don't quote me. But it's that kind of shittiness.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where trailer
pick your
parks-
poison though.
Yeah, where trailer parks
Yeah.
purposely prey on
They
the
keep you there.
underclass.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you buy your own trailer, so you own a home, and then they purposely have that weird thing where it's like, oh, well, you own your home, but you're buying the plot,
Right.
blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And then you could just buy a house literally like 5 to 6 years later at the same price you buy your trailer home
Just
and not have a landlord for your plot, basically.
just buy a plot of land, not
Which is
a
fair.
trailer home.
Yeah. Well, okay. We call that one that right
All
there.
right. All right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not
see.
mad about RV living. I think it,
Like it.
scares some people and it's spooky for a lot, but
It's a commitment
Yeah.
more than a home.
And I'm not saying don't buy an RV if it makes sense, but
Oh, sure,
I'm just
sure,
saying
sure.
like long term RV parks specifically try and
They prey.
screw
Trailer
over
parks,
a
yeah.
lot
honestly, there's
of people.
decent deals in RV parks, but trailer parks, they'll get you when you're paying for the plot. But like RV parks, they're a little bit more affordable.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next round.
But
Alright,
they're
alright.
also, for like, what are they called? Like snowbirds and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That kind of vibe. So they're dealing with typically some people who got some money.
Anyway, next round.
Next round.
round.
Round two.
Round number 2. Most
Alrighty, folks. Rolling into round number 2. Trying to jump the gun on me there, Kimbo.
I didn't know the vibe.
Come on, the vibe. Is
I mean, if you
yell.
watch any episode,
the
you'll
vibe
feel
is
the
I
vibe. But
yell at every start,
yeah, you obviously
Chris-
don't watch the podcast.
so Chris knows when to cut.
You're right. Go ahead.
I already did it. What is
We're
round
just
number?
keeping that
Yeah, what's
going.
round number 2,
All
Kimbo?
right. Round number 2 is most
Oh, I'm just kidding.
I'm leaving. Okay.
Alrighty, round number 2.
Perfect.
Kimbo, what is round number 2?
And round number 2 is going to be most controversial celebrity besides Diddy right now. Because we all know the Diddy bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got a good
okay.
one. I've got
No,
a good one.
I can't wait to hear.
I have a
Yeah.
good celebrity,
Yeah,
but
that's
I can't
crazy.
wait. Okay.
Can it still involve the Diddy drama, or is
no, it's not
I think
not involved in
outside
Diddy
of
at all.
the Diddyverse.
Damn, dude,
Yeah.
because I've had some now where it's like,
It's
they,
not great.
well, what if their controversy started right before the Diddy stuff, and then now the Diddy stuff
like
is
happened.
not?
I think-
Well, no, is
That's
it
fine.
involved or not?
If the original cause is not involved with Diddy, I think
I
go
don't think
for
they
it.
knew it was involved with Diddy until maybe now. It's like,
Okay.
oh,
I'm
that makes more
curious.
sense.
Well, I mean, if you have a point, go,
Yeah.
because I
All right.
definitely have one I want to talk about.
I
so.
got a quick one too, and it had already been controversial because now Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are together. So that was a real controversial beginning of a relationship. That was kind of wild.
She
and
was
interesting.
14.
She was 14.
Well, I mean,
When she started the show,
yeah, no, we actually talked about this on the podcast, I think, but that's not when they
But I've always-
officially got together.
I've always really
Yeah,
liked
it's like,
Ashton Kutcher.
like you said, fricked.
Freaking fricked.
I don't know if we're cussing on this one.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Maybe I already have, but
Yeah.
it just popped into
we
my
stopped not cussing
Yeah.
a lot of podcasts
They
ago,
fucked, but
Yeah.
not when she was 14.
allegedly.
All right.
Allegedly, but I've always actually like really liked Ashton Kutcher and like as an actor and everything and like Punked and like I grew up watching Punked, like that was cool. And he seems like he does so many activist things. And maybe this is all hearsay, maybe this is all rumor. I think that's the controversial part because maybe none of it's true. But he really backed his boy Danny.
Yep.
quite a bit.
You're so right.
Did we
there's a full
kind of
video.
touch on this already?
I think we talked on.
I think we
between
touched.
pods,
Okay, maybe, yeah.
But that happened, and then there was some other stuff with Danny's ex, who was like, everybody knows what was going on that show. She was on the show for a minute, for like an
KK?
episode or two or whatever. She was like, everybody knows what was going on that show. It was fucked up, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was kind of whistleblowing in that. And then, goddamn, what else happened? Just more like kind of similar, like, young allegations, like he's into young people kind of vibe. But he also has this whole charity.
Say it. He's a pedophile.
But he has this whole
He's also
charity.
a Scientologist.
Also sketchy as
But
well.
he
One
has-
and one may not be correlated, but I think they're correlated.
There's a similarity.
He's
There's
got
an
this
overlap.
entire charity where it's fighting human sex trafficking, which is seems crazy. He's like he. Talked,
Sorry, I didn't
he
mean to
talked-
laugh. That's
also-
a good charity to have.
It is.
But also,
When you're a perpetrator,
He talked in
of
front of the
similar
Supreme
things.
Court.
Oh fuck!
Like about this and about the charity he has and what it does and the importance of stopping human
Ashton?
trafficking. Ashton Kutcher,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, I did know that.
But-
actually.
He's been to a lot of Diddy parties.
no, not involved. Diddy's not involved. We said no Diddy.
And you're
been
We
some
right.
said no
However,
Diddy.
But
However,
that put a little
doesn't not
extra
play into
extra
it.
wood on the fire for
That's fair.
some of the shit. But
That's
they,
fair.
they also live so reclusive, both of them.
But why are they going to Diddy parties if they're so reclusive?
I mean,
and don't want to be
from like
involved
the
with
press,
things?
from the press there.
To be honest, I think everybody went to Diddy parties.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
it's
it's
hard.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it's hard to
It is tough.
blame.
yeah.
And
any
there's been a
celebrity-
few that have been like,
I
nah,
guess-
man, that's
I guess that's
not
right.
that's
That's
not
my
it. That's not
my
it.
controversial one because I don't want to not like Ashton Kutcher, but
The butterfly effect wasn't that good though, so I
I-
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're right.
I really liked the butterfly effect.
Everybody hyped it up so bad.
I really liked the butterfly
It's not
effect.
That good.
I thought it was great. I really
All right,
enjoyed
well,
that movie.
Concept's
well,
good.
I have a complete curveball / different
Yes.
Yeah.
realm.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, celebrity controversies. I want to talk about Chappelle Rowan.
Chapel Roan?
Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Okay.
I
You're
believe
offending all of the gay community. Right now.
I believe that you said that, but every time I heard someone say her name,
Mm-hmm.
it was Chappelle.
Well,
Oh, you mean
everyone
Chapel
is
Roan?
wrong. Yes.
Oh.
Chapel Roan is who
Oh.
he's talking about.
I thought you were talking
That's
about Dave
embarrassing,
Chappelle.
Chris.
Nah, fuck Dave
I
Chappelle.
did do a little bit.
Anyway,
Chapel Roan. Okay.
Okay.
Chapel
The,
Roan.
Chapel
the bit
Roan?
the bit's
Chapel
over.
Roan.
The bit's over. Yeah,
Chris.
Chappelle Rowan.
Okay.
I-
Roan.
whatever.
Okay.
Sorry, I got her
We're
last
moving
name
on.
wrong.
So young,
We're
dude.
moving on.
But the biggest controversy that I can think of with celebrity right now is that she is getting literally molested by fans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yikes. That's horrible.
And it's so wild that she speaks out on being like, hey, guys, stop.
Actually,
like, chill
I'm
out.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not okay to do to someone.
And she's very much like open about the fact that like Chapel Roan is a character.
Yeah.
Like she's like, when I'm on
I'm
stage,
not on
I'm playing a
stage.
character, but if I'm off stage, I'm me,
Well,
and I'm
she
very
doesn't
different.
want her name is like Kaylee.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
some-
like,
yeah,
don't
some-
call
some.
me that. If you see me, like I'm
Yeah.
Chapel Roan
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
but don't
It's over there
like
now.
we're not on that level. I'm
Yeah.
a
Well,
character.
that's not even the main controversy I want to talk about.
Sorry. I
Shit,
can't
let's
wait.
hear it.
So the main controversy I want to talk about is that Taylor Swift came out in support of Harris, and her going on Chappelle,
Chapel.
right? Chapelle.
Chapel.
There you go.
Like,
Sorry.
like Chapel.
I have an accent. Chapel.
Yeah.
Chapel Roan.
But anyway, Chapel had like an opinion, obviously, but she didn't publicize it.
Sure.
And people were literally yelling at her,
That's crazy.
Yeah, they
being
were
like,
lighting
"Hey,
her up.
you don't support any of these candidates, blah blah blah, whatever."
Not my place.
After the fact that like she already came out and saying like, "Hey, my fans are literally sexually harassing me. Like, let's calm down, guys." Like every single person
Yikes.
is going too fucking extra. And then immediately the week after, she didn't endorse a candidate and every single person was fucking freaking out.
That's wild.
Also, it's not a celebrity's place to be swaying votes in a political way. I think.
Exactly.
Tell that to
And
Hulk
that's like
Hogan.
the bit where it's like, why you shouldn't be looking to anybody for that
yeah.
as
Yeah.
a celebrity.
But then she's like, "Hey, I'm voting for I think she said Harris, but like I'm voting for Harris, but that doesn't mean I endorse Harris.
That's just my personal
Voting
opinion.
for
I'm
and
doing.
endorsing are two different things.
Yeah.
You guys need to get your shit together."
Yeah.
You need to pick the
I
best
respect it,
candidate
honestly.
for you and make your own choices and not listen to me because I am a character.
I'm just a person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, that was I guess like living in fucking, what are we in, 2024?
Yeah,
Who knows?
that's what
Dude,
they
living
say.
in 2024 is a wild fucking time for politics.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, it
just
has been.
cut it all off.
It has been.
Yeah,
Just
because if
because-
you don't vote for one person, means you vote for the other person, which is not necessarily
Uh-huh.
true
That
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because she didn't say outright
This
that
is-
she's
she
voting
endorses.
for Harris, even though that she said she's not voting for Trump, everyone's like, "That's too ambiguous. What are you doing?" And her
none
fan,
of your business,
dude,
Leave
exactly,
her alone.
exactly, and her fans just fucking attacked her.
Crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
But
Her
also,
fan base is crazy.
Intense.
but this goes on the same fact that she's like, "I'm tired of being a celebrity. I don't
Yeah.
want to do this anymore."
Well, everybody's mad at her because she took time off to be able to do, I think, the VMAs. And she was like, I can't do shows because I want to do
Yeah,
the
I wanna do
VMA
the
show.
VMAs.
And I'm just a girl. So, like, I need to practice for this. And I'm brand new to this celebrity thing.
Yeah.
And then people were like, she's a piece of shit. She doesn't care about
That's so
anyone
crazy.
ever. She doesn't care about her fans.
wild.
And she's like,
Fucking
Bro, I'm tired.
wild.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said,
Kimbo didn't say hers.
It's okay. I didn't really have one.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
fine.
All right. That's fair.
Chris?
That's fair.
yeah, no, I'm just saying that's time.
That's
Yeah.
time, dude.
I mean, next round.
yeah, man.
But-
I
you're
want
it.
to. God, I want to not dislike Ashton Kutcher, but he's making it hard.
Yeah.
And
have
I-
some
hard,
feelings
man.
about
I
him
think
for a
I
while.
like Chappelle Ronan even more.
I like that stance.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's a goddamn human being.
People
man.
think she's a
What the
bitch,
fuck?
but only because she's setting boundaries and things.
Yeah, that's
like, she's
good.
like,
That's
hey,
important.
I'm not cool with that.
This
Please
is also
don't
a job
touch my
for her.
asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
In public.
This is a
That's
job,
not okay.
so I need to set. And also, that's not a crazy boundary to set.
Yeah.
Not crazy
No,
at
not at
all.
all.
Hey, don't touch my butthole at work. That's
mean,
not
not
crazy
that
to
specific,
ask.
but-
That's a pretty
Unless you work in a kitchen, then you're kind of just stuck.
touching buttholes.
Yeah, you're kind of
Is
just
that
there.
how they cook?
Yeah.
How they heat from the
But anyway, let's jump into round number 3.
Round 3.
Anyway, coming back into round number 4. Three. Round number 3. Round number 3 is going to be Grinds My Gears. Grinds My Gears. Let me pull up my phone real quick so I can start the timer. Okay. But Grinds My Gears. What is grinding your guys' gears?
I have one.
Right now. All right, let's go.
It really took me a second to think about this, but I have one that really fuels the fire in my heart. When you're texting,
okay,
nice,
and you ask multiple questions in a text message, and they answer 0 to one of the questions, and then it becomes a conversation that has to be like a 40-minute text conversation because you're texting back and forth when it could be 3 texts total. And
fair.
And I'm efficient with texting. I will label them out 1, 2, 3.
I feel like that's the ADHD.
I'm
very easy
I need to know
to answer your questions.
Information.
Yeah,
I need this information, and these are the things I needed about. Hello, how are you doing today? I would like to know 1 question, 2 question, 3 question statement. How do you feel about that? And they will.
You're writing a fucking collegiant paragraph or what?
Yes. When
Paper?
I'm texting,
Like
I don't like it, so I will. Yeah. And they text back like, "Hey, sounds good." I'll beat your ass.
Which one of those sounds
which
good?
One?
Yo, okay,
all of that?
okay.
Is this a conversation in person and you just don't want to do it on text, but also say that?
Also, just call me then.
Also, just don't answer. I'd rather you not answer and for me to call you and ask you these questions.
All right, so
don't fucking do that.
So on the same page, it's like telling somebody something and they're like, nah, kind of thing.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, so I will explain it.
Please.
Thank you. Because we're on a podcast, so I set you up.
Expound.
So, my daughter.
Yes.
Awesome. Love her.
Love that gal.
She doesn't watch the podcast, so.
Hell yeah.
Piss off. But she is riding a train back to Colorado from college. So, she's going to be dropped off at Union Station.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And.
Kind of fun.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
But, I mean, if no one's aware, train stations are like airports.
Yeah.
They're almost exactly the same.
Less security.
Yeah. Yes. The point.
Less security airport.
Yeah.
The point by like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So less security by an hour. So, my daughter, God damn it. I love her so much, but also... God damn it. I was asking her when she has to leave from Colorado back to Nebraska.
Yeah.
She's like, I have to be there by 8. And I'm like, yo, your train leaves at 6:59.
In the morning?
No, PM. Well, yeah, irrelevant.
Either way.
But yeah,
that's
irrelevant.
wrong.
But yeah, 6:59. She was like, I have to be there by 8. And I'm like, yo, that's wrong.
No.
Number one. And then she's like, I just have to be there 30 minutes before. And I'm like,
no.
Number one, do you know which platform your train is on? Number 2, do you know which train you're on? Number 3,
no.
Do you know even how to navigate
a train
Union Station?
Yeah.
No.
If you answered no to any of these questions, be there an hour and a half before.
At least
an hour.
They got coffee shops. They have ice cream shops.
Yeah,
you could be hanging.
A fun spot.
You don't need to just.
But then she's like, no, maybe like because she lives in Hastings,
right?
And she's like, maybe like the Hastings platform. And I'm like, dude,
that's
dude,
no,
dude.
Please, no information.
They don't have that,
dude.
Oh no!
I was like, Union Station.
Her
has she ever been on a plane?
No. Oh, she's been on a plane, not a train.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You should look up her train information.
Oh, I already have that. But the point. Yeah. I was like, bro, you're trying to leave Union Station at X amount of time.
Right.
Do you know Union Station is the biggest
and busy, dude?
No, not even busy. It's the biggest like civilian train station this side of the Mississippi.
Which makes sense,
shit.
yeah.
I mean, I believe it.
It's busy as shit. I've been in there not even to get on a train, just to hang out.
I just go to the coffee shop
and it is like dick to butts busy. Like it's busier than an airport. Well, DIA is huge, so it feels less busy. But like Union Station is a busy place, even if you're not trying to figure out where you're trying to
yeah.
place. Like,
And she didn't understand that Union Station is literally the biggest train station
which makes sense.
no.
Yeah.
in the United States,
Girl.
That's why people take pictures
besides
of it.
like East Coast.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm just like, bro, no, you need to be there.
We're going to talk about this
You need
later.
to be there an hour before.
actually.
Yeah, yeah,
And she's arguing with me the whole fucking time.
yeah,
Just take her. Just take her
It's like,
early.
bro,
Can't
bro.
do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Girl.
No,
Okay.
we're getting you there early.
Living and learning. That girl's living
She's
and
an adult
learning.
now. She's just navigating
You got to
it.
figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
I'll
That's
give it
fine.
to her, but also
But
that's
yeah.
a bad decision.
Also, what was the topic?
Grinds my
Grinds my
gears.
gears.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Mine
that
was
fits.
a text
Yeah, that
message.
fits.
that was grinding.
It did.
That was grinding.
That grinds your gears.
That
I mean,
was
that was your
grinding
answer.
so hard.
That got
fits.
you. We can tell.
Yeah, that
All
fits.
right.
Yeah.
Jory?
Oh man,
Oh, man.
What
honestly,
grinds
I
your
just
gears?
don't have that much right now.
Congratulations.
I don't believe that.
It's all such little things here and there. Like there's small things where it's like I have realistic turnaround time for work, but people expect it sooner. But it's all stuff that I
It's like
can
normal
more
life
plan
things.
for. Yeah, it's nothing like crazy. Like it would have been a stressful week, but luckily I got out of it. Honestly, like maybe the way shipping is currently in the United States sucks.
Well,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but also
though.
that's not anyone's. That's not like the guy who's bringing me my product's fault. Like, there's just a shortage on people with CDLs who are going to drive trucks and give me the shit I need. Like, that's it. Can't even grind my gears because it's like the guy that is bringing me that is probably busting his ass and like
he's doing what
he's
he can.
doing everything he can to make that happen. So it's tough where it's like it's not really. I can't be mad at anyone for that. I can be mad at the company who can't get it ready for me because I've given them projected numbers, so they should be able to, like, they know what I need for the year. They ask me at the beginning of the year every year, and I tell them every year my projections, and I even overestimate usually.
Right.
And we normally hit it because,
Yeah.
you know, I want to make sure that they're getting their money and, you know, we're doing our thing, and especially for how busy we are. But it's like, you know what my demands are, and your turnaround time is normally fast, but now it's slow. What's that about?
I mean, that's
I don't know,
everything,
dude.
though.
Yeah, that's the shitty
Yeah.
part where it's like like you have stuff ready. How come I can't get it shipped sooner than that? But honestly, that's the biggest thing right now. Just
Hey,
stressed out
that's
about
kind of
that.
nice, though, that's your biggest
Yeah,
grinding
yeah,
your
you know.
gears.
I've handled a lot of my other gear grinding things.
You
So,
really lubed them up.
yeah, I've dealt with a lot
Really-
of gears
Yeah.
personally. But now I'm good. I don't know. Like little things. Nothing that of
Big.
nothing
I
big.
mean, mine is a text message, so yeah. I got it.
yeah. But that's fucking annoying.
It is.
That's
It's
fucking
very annoying.
It does
because I'm
light
a question
fire in
asker
my
just
soul.
like that. And the same people that text you not all the answers text me not all the answers, and then I just call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
had
just
so
make
many
it easier.
gears that grinded
A lot of
on
gears.
this one.
Yeah.
We're
But-
round.
But let's jump into the next topic.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Round 4.
Oh no.
Alrighty, folks. We've got round number 4 rolling on in. This one was written by the one and only Christopher Arias. Is Green Day classic rock?
So
Is Green Day classic rock?
the point is,
Yeah.
90s bands, classic rock.
Yeah.
We're all Gen Z-ish.
What?
Gen Z, millennial.
Millennials.
Oh, sorry, millennial-ish.
I think I'm what they categorize as zillennial.
Yeah.
Fair,
Where
fair,
it's like
The in
right on the
between.
in between.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had older siblings, so I got the millennial
Yeah.
shit.
fair.
Yeah,
Well, the whole point of this topic was Green Day just played Coors Field.
Okay.
They did their 20-year anniversary
Yep.
of
Let it
Sorry.
out. Let it out.
They did a 20-year anniversary of American Idiot.
Yep.
But at the same time, they did their 10-year anniversary of Dookie
Oh.
Oh, damn.
because they were 10 years apart
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
in years, not for exact date.
Sure.
So,
Years, yep.
the real question, Do you consider Green Day classic rock? What do you consider as classic rock?
I have opinions.
Me too.
Okay, you go first.
That's why the question is awesome.
And you're right.
I have such
That's a really good one. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I have a very like skewed viewpoint on what classic rock is. Growing up, like exclusively listening to 80s music. If you listen to the pod, you know I grew up listening to mostly 80s hair bands and 80s rock and roll. So like that's classic rock to me. Technically, 20 years, I mean that's classic rock. So there is people who consider.
I have a whole point, but we'll let you
consider that like that's their classic rock. And like if I was born today, that would be, or if I was, let's say I was born 10 years ago, and I'm 10 years old now. That would be classic rock. Yeah. I would view Green Day as classic rock, but the way I grew up, the way I listened to music and everything like that, like that's still like, that's like early punk / like alternative.
Yeah.
I don't see it as classic rock. That'll never be, no matter how old I am, I'll never view it as classic rock.
I mean, it's called punk rock.
It's
different, but
the age.
I don't know.
I
think that's the weird part. I'll never view anything not made in the 80s as classic rock.
Yeah,
which is crazy because I listen to a lot of modern day rock and like current stuff, and even like 5 years ago, 10 years, like all that kind of stuff.
90 years old.
I'll never. Green Day will
still.
Green Day will. That's just like. That just to me is just punk rock. That's it.
Fair,
I'll never call it classic rock.
Okay,
I don't know,
so
it's weird.
Kimmy,
it feels like a weird viewpoint. Sorry.
Specifically for you because you're like 12.
Yep.
No, she's not 12.
I'm a full-grown adult.
That's
I
a
promise.
full-grown woman.
Yep.
I promise.
What?
We promise.
There's a debate on how old I actually am, but I'm
there is a
26.
What do you
yet.
consider classic rock?
I've been living it.
You've been living it.
As 26, what do you consider classic rock?
I agree with Jory on this one a little bit because that's what I like listened to growing up.
Okay.
So in my brain, what I listened to growing up, the things my dad introduced to me were classic rock.
Okay.
And so the things that I found that would now be categorized as that don't count because I found them.
Well, examples.
Like, I mean, exactly kind of what you were saying.
Yeah,
like Green Day?
it's weird.
No. Green Day is just like what I listen to.
Okay.
That's rock.
Yeah.
That's
And
like punk rock.
what'd your dad introduce you to?
He was very much into like Metallica.
Okay.
That was like kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
Specifically, that's the one that sticks in my brain because we would like work out to that, and that was like his like pump up music, and he's like these are the classics, you know.
Yeah.
So in my brain, it's just filed that way.
Yeah.
But for me, like Green Day or anyone in that era is just like that's still just punk rock to me, and I also think that punk rock is entirely different than like classic rock. That's not going to be the same.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. No,
I don't have a modern rock band that I would compare to classic rock.
Fair.
And
Fair.
I think that's why I can't put them together. Because in my age range, those would be the same.
Old.
Young. You're old.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa, dude. Whoa. No, but like in my brain, like that isn't categorized the same, but for my age range, it should be like it's old. It's old, you know?
Yeah,
I feel like alternative rock just turned into rock. If that makes sense. Like Nickelback. When I grew up,
is Nickelback classic?
Like, no, it's alternative rock. It's
right, but would that be categorized as classic rock
like
now?
when I'm old, I mean that would be classic rock
classic
if I was
rock.
like that's classic rock, you know.
Oh,
yes,
Chris,
sorry.
It's been rock the whole time, my guy.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. But when you put
feels different.
when the older generation puts the label on something as like alternative rock, it's just rock. It's just fucking rock.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
you're
mean?
right. You're right. Like I agree 100%.
But
like it's just rock.
I'm just gonna call it rock. I'm not gonna ever call it classic rock. I don't know,
my
man.
point is, Nickelback is classic rock.
It is.
now.
Is it
yeah,
classic?
dude. Yes,
It is.
I mean, they
Oh,
started
shit.
a long
I
time
mean,
ago.
you're
yeah.
right.
98, I think, is when they're.
That's when I was born.
Well, sorry, Animal came out.
Technically.
They started before that, but
So technically, if you want to be a stickler,
Chris does. He loves that shit.
classic rock is 20 years
Yeah.
from right now.
It's just like
2004.
it's just like vintage
Avril
shit.
Lavigne is classic rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Isn't that crazy? That's the fucked up. Well, and I think that's why my viewpoint is so skewed on
Yeah,
it.
it
Because
doesn't
by
feel
the
right.
time I was listening to classic rock, it was 30 years old.
Yeah.
And, like really into it. And like even before then, but like it was already so classic. And I just don't know if I can see the things that I listened to that was new as classic rock. Because to me, it still is like, that's new music.
Yeah.
Like as weird as that is.
What do you categorize
It feels
that
weird.
as? Then like AC/DC, Metallica, like that kind of vibe. What is
Uh,
that now?
I mean,
it's not classic.
I mean,
Antique rock.
Antique
as-
rock.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as a musician, like
curious.
being overly critical,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many categories that
Yeah.
There's so
Don't
many
fucking matter.
Well,
subcategories too.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
you
my
do,
point.
like you call it
Okay.
like
I
70s
can
rock,
see it.
80s rock, 90s rock, classic rock.
But even-
that's
even
how you
in
start to
that-
put
What's the
dates
cutoff?
on them.
even in that,
like the 10-year
80s.
gap, yeah.
but even in that, like
Kiss is
Metallica-
70s rock.
Yeah.
But they came out with an album in 2000 like 2000ish.
It's
They had
still classic
Psycho
rock.
Circus. And
It's
now
still
it's
classic
now
rock.
it's
It is.
classic, but that's 30 years later. They already had classic rock when they came out with a new album. Like,
But I
that's
mean,
crazy.
if like AC/DC, their newest album was like 2005 or 4, still classic rock.
even if they came out and let's say they came out with an album. So it's 2004. Let's pretend.
Yeah, okay.
So they have classic rock already. Are you still calling their shit that came out in 2004 classic rock?
Yes.
It's
And that's fair.
Because
they've been here
they
so long.
classically made it. Like they made it in the style of classic rock.
not even
No.
that. You're overthinking it.
They're
Okay.
old.
Dumb it
pretty
down,
much.
Chris.
Pretty much. So if let's say AC/DC,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
their last hit, even like this is wild also though. They came out with an album in 1995. That was a fucking
Good year.
hit.
Yeah. Good year.
Yeah, 1995 was a fucking hit. But they came out with Back in Black in like 84-ish
Sure. Yeah.
when Bon Scott died. So, sorry, I'm mansplaining a lot of shit.
Spoiler
Oh, you're
alert.
fine.
But Bon Scott
spoiler
died.
alert.
Yeah, Bon Scott.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
I haven't gotten to that plot
God
point.
damn. Oh, I hate knowing shit sometimes because
No,
I
keep
feel like a
going. I
douche.
like it.
But so Bon Scott died, who was the main singer
Right.
of AC/DC. They had hits through literally the 70s, and then in 83 or 84, they replaced Bon Scott because he was deceased.
He died.
With Brian Johnson, and then they came out with Back in Black.
Right.
And Back in Black is the greatest album
Top
that
tier.
AC/DC came out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that being said, in 85, they came out with albums in the 90s, whatever. But if AC/DC came out with an album literally tomorrow with like AC/DC's 2024,
Right.
that would still be classic
You
rock.
would categorize it.
What do you
as
think
that.
about like Ozzy's
Is it
new
more
shit?
a vibe? I was just going to ask about
Because-
Ozzy. And do we count that as
For Ozzy,
Rock?
for me, his new stuff. Well, he has that song Post Malone, and
Yeah.
it's still rock.
it is rocky, but
And I understand that.
I have a whole opinion.
But he had a whole
like
album
to know
that
it.
he released in like 14, maybe. No, it had to have been newer than that. It's got to be 18, 19, maybe something like
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to that, and it has the elements, but I just don't see it as classic rock.
not
I
the
guess,
same.
but
Yeah.
that's also an opinion. That's not
Yeah,
like,
so
technical
so
in any
Ozzy,
sense.
yeah, with Ozzy's album that he came out with, I would still, because it was mostly covers, right?
No,
I don't remember.
There was some. Yeah, there was plenty of new stuff. Maybe he did some covers too.
I don't
he
remember.
did
I
release
actually
a
don't remember.
covers
but-
one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would still consider that classic rock just because
It's Ozzy.
Ozzy is classic rock.
That's fair.
Okay.
Even though he
hasn't
came out with
changed
it
on the
last
He
people.
year.
hasn't changed his singing style. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It sounds like Ozzy.
Yeah.
And it is very him, but it's like the music has changed.
Yeah.
You know, they're like,
But I mean, that's an opinion. So
I'm going to
yeah.
have an embarrassing question a little bit.
yeah.
Is Aussie rock though?
Yes.
Ozzy's metal.
Okay, because
metal.
I would
Yes.
categorize it as
Heavy metal.
metal. Not even heavy metal, but
Yeah,
just
heavy
like
metal.
metal.
Put him in the
But
heavy
I
metal.
could
Hold on.
early-
dance
Before,
on it.
His early
before,
stuff, I'd put him in the heavy metal.
Because I
before,
wanted to say Aussie, and I was like, well, that just sounds like
before
a
we
fun
do anything
ride.
else.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because, yeah, it's Ozzy's metal.
He's not
Sure.
quite, but he fits in that subcategory.
It's a whole
He
thing.
partied like a
it's a
rock
whole
star.
thing. It's a whole thing.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
Anyhow,
we need to jump into
round 5.
round
baby.
5. And then we'll maybe come back to this
Oh, yeah.
on DVD extras.
That's,
Because I have so many opinions.
I
write 'em
felt
down,
it.
or
I
you'll
saw 'em.
forget.
Put them on a
I
sticky
never
note.
forget.
We always forget when we
Well-
get DVD extras. Literally, the second round 5 is over, we forget everything we talked about.
All right, moving on to round number
Round
5.
number 5.
Round 5.
Is it me?
Yep.
Final round.
Coming back into round number 5. Round number 5. Kimmy, this is your choice.
I'm so ready for this. Number 5, favorite meal.
Favorite meal.
I have one really ready if you guys don't have an opinion
Yep.
about
There it
this
goes.
yet.
Sorry, my timer wouldn't start.
You're so fine.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. I
Favorite
mean,
meal?
I have many
Yep.
meals.
Do you
Go
want to
for
start?
it, Kimbo.
No, go for it. Yeah,
my
you can
favorite
start.
meal is the most simple thing in the entire world. And my, I don't know, youth group leader when I was in middle school and high school made this for me.
Sure.
It's green beans. I put a little bit of bacon grease in there because
Obviously.
Why wouldn't you?
you make the creamiest, not creamy in the thickness because you want the chunks, but the creamiest mashed potatoes where you
Okay.
put sour
Nice.
cream and cheese and sour cream and butter
Sure.
and milk. So fatty and so
Rich.
good. And then you make this beef where you saute it and then you put, I don't even know what it is, chicken adobo bouillon kind of vibe.
Okay,
Sure.
okay.
Season, it's yellow package, is fantastic. And you season it up and then you just put it all in a bowl and blend it up and you get the juices from the meat and the green beans which turns into the gravy for the mashed potatoes. And it's like almost a shepherd's pie, but not even. And it is the most comforting, filling meal you've ever had in your entire life. And it's so fucking good. That's my favorite.
That's a meal.
I want to make it for everyone I've
There
ever
were-
met. It's
there were
so fucking good.
You explained that in such a roundabout way. I had no idea what you were talking about.
You're getting there, though.
But then when we came back
came
to
You really
it,
come back to it, and it makes sense.
Yep.
It's a lot
there
of
we go.
elements.
There we
that
go.
all make sense together.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jory, about yourself, dude.
Damn, dude, that's a tough one. I'm a huge pasta guy. I don't eat that much pasta anymore, but a huge pasta guy. My favorite meal
Because
to
carbs are
cook-
devil.
No, I love carbs. My favorite meal to cook
You need carbs.
is carbonara. That's my favorite one to cook. I make
Oh.
a pretty mean carbonara.
You make a good carbonara.
I really care about it when I make it. So I make a pretty mean one of those. That's maybe my favorite, I guess. Yeah, I don't have it very often, but I think it's up there.
That's your like specialty meal.
Yeah, that's one
yeah,
that
I think that
I've,
fits.
I've put time into to be really good at making because it is such a simple dish that gets absolutely wrecked if you eat it at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Most restaurants
Oh,
make
yeah,
it like
yeah,
shit.
They fuck it up.
Or they put cream in it, which is the craziest
That's
thing I've
not
ever heard.
part of
Even
it.
like, I mean, honestly, even Alfredos, you're not supposed to put cream when you make Alfredo traditionally. But pretty much, which I do like restaurant Alfredo. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love that shit.
I
I'm
love a little Olive
that
Garden.
shit. I
You know
love
what
Olive
I'm
Garden's
saying?
Alfredo.
Endless pasta right now, dude.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, probably it's got to be a pasta dish. And yeah, I'll say carbonara. I do like a good baked ziti too.
You like
It's
cacio
like a
e pepe
good,
too.
yeah.
You're a
That's
pasta
like
man.
a really good like. It feels like a comfort meal to me, in that sense, like the same, like where that
Same
feels like
vibe.
a comfort meal. Like
I think that's what it
it's
means.
it's very comforting. It fills you up, feels good. You know,
It's nice.
it's great.
Yeah, I mean,
love
for me,
that.
it's hard to say because I don't know, man. It's like, sorry, getting a little too close right now.
Do it.
But sometimes when I'm sad,
Yeah.
pasta
It hits.
every day,
It
dude.
hits so
It's so
Pasta every day.
good.
But my favorite meal, just like in general, shit, that's hard to do. Like, I guess
hard
like
to say.
if we go like favorite meal to eat or cook.
Why not both?
Yeah, tell us both.
Yeah, we got time.
Well, I mean, my favorite meal to cook as like someone who loves feeding people, because that's like my vibe. I love feeding people. That's
You're good at
that
it.
gets me off, dude. That gets me going.
Gets you going.
Hopefully not in the food.
Sometimes.
Depends on who's.
Yeah, it depends if Jory's like, yo. But no, so if I were to do a mass meal for my friends, my favorite meal to do a mass meal for my friends, I would make them like runzas.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, I love
Cabbage
getting
pockets.
runs.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Pockets,
Yes.
Bierox, whatever you going to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can mass like
Can
make
you?
those.
You can fuck those up.
Kraut
I
burger?
dude, kraut burgers.
I've tried
yeah.
to make
love a
them
good kraut
once, and
burger.
it was a horrible experience.
It's the bread.
I didn't know how to do it.
bread
It's
stuff.
the bread.
The
It's the
bread
bread.
was the
stuff.
mess up.
Yeah.
Okay, one
But
day.
then you just eat the guts.
Which is fine. It's
Yeah.
fine to have a roll with some cabbage and meat, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
not the same.
the
It's
fucking-
not the same.
I did the bread recipe that my family uses. I can literally make like your regulars, sure, like
Sure.
beef, cabbage, sure, whatever, no big deal. And then I expounded it because I'm
That's what
Flavor
you
Town.
do.
Yes.
Let's go to Flavor Town. I made like spaghetti runzas.
Yeah, okay.
I literally cooked pasta and then a meat sauce and then put it inside a bread pocket
Yes.
and then basted it with garlic butter. Like
Yes,
go,
Chris,
dude.
I like that.
runzas are my jam. Like if I were to ever open a restaurant, runzas are up top.
I like that.
Runzas are up top. Secondary would be burgers, but runzas
Sure.
are up top.
Yeah.
Because-
Everybody does
Yeah,
burgers.
I can, but everybody does burgers, but I can do a burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I believe
I
that.
believe it.
What's your favorite to eat, though?
Oh man, that's my problem.
That's the hard bit. Yeah.
So, I guess like if we talk about it as in something that, so if the end of the world's happening, let's per se,
Yeah.
let's per se, end of the world's happening. You can choose one thing you can eat for the rest of your life.
Oh,
What would you pick?
I changed my mind.
Yeah, that's
That's
where
a really good point.
that's where I'm coming from.
Fuck,
So,
okay.
end of the
But I
world
feel
is
like
happening.
that's like almost a delicacy, you know?
Sure,
For the end
could
of the
be,
world.
could
vibe.
be.
I
Well,
have
I
one.
guess
Do you have
I guess
yours?
mine was like a delicacy thing that I make. That's one of my favorite meals.
Yeah.
But end of the world.
But end of the world, if
You
well,
can only eat
am
one
I thinking-
thing.
Am I thinking convenience or am I thinking?
You're-
In
Whatever you can
general,
eat, whatever you can
anything
get.
you can eat. The one thing you can eat forever. What would you pick?
Oh, it's
I have my answer.
it's
That's all I'm
wild
saying.
because I have things that I could eat every. There's certain things that I can't eat every day,
Sure.
and there's
Go
certain
for
things
it,
where I
go.
can eat every day.
End of the world, this is your
So
last
yeah,
meal.
end of the world doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Any of that bullshit
Last
is
meal,
whatever.
This is what you're getting to have.
I'm getting. God damn, dude!
you need a minute?
big fat ham steak.
You
Oh,
do
you're
fucking love
ham boy.
and
a
you
ham
love the marrow and the bone.
I love
Yeah.
the bone marrow in it. You know, if they allow it, some places
With the
don't
bone?
let you.
With ham
the bone.
steak with the bone?
Bone in.
Bone in and the little marrow left in that. Oh, it's a sweet treat. With a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese,
Fair.
and
Little southern of you.
yeah, probably some greens in there too. But
I mean,
not too
it's
much.
end of the world.
Not
no one
too
gives a
much.
fuck about greens, dude.
Yeah,
Sometimes they add a nice
fair.
texture, though, you know?
Yeah, no, they don't.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
You eat it because your mom made it. That's
Or-
why people eat
Or
greens.
you know what? Actually, no. Fuck all that shit.
Okay.
A big
Oh,
Yes,
fuck.
we're in it.
a big fat honking fucking slice of deep dish pizza.
Oh,
You.
Smothered in ranch.
Let's go.
As much
Let's
ranch
go.
as I want, and the good stuff too.
I believe it.
The good
What
runny stuff.
toppings would you get?
Fuck it, dude.
all
Just
of them?
pepperoni.
Oh, just pepperoni.
Hell
That's fucked up,
yeah.
actually.
I'll eat the whole pizza
What?
myself.
Just
yeah.
pepperoni. That's it. No sausage.
If I'm about to die,
No sausage. No ham.
nope.
Just
Okay, I
Maybe
get it.
peps, bro.
maybe bacon, but even then, sometimes
Okay.
I want just a classic fucking deep dish
Yeah.
pepperoni.
All right, Kim Dog. Kim Dog.
Cajun boil with a side of gumbo. I want that so bad. I want that
Wild.
so bad. I've been craving it so bad, and we
Wild.
live in Colorado, so we just don't have that
So
at all.
random fun fact: Colorado just legalized imports of crawfish.
Nice.
Finally,
just
because-
legalized gumbo.
Yes,
I've been buying the fake stuff to make my gumbo, and it's just not right.
I mean, you probably bought real stuff.
I don't know
it
what
just
I
wasn't
have.
legal.
I don't know what I had. I hope it was
right,
crawfish,
all right.
but that is a dirty,
Cajun
dark
gumbo.
gumbo. Like, the darkest gumbo you can get, where it's almost burnt,
wild.
but it's just like the nuttiest, most deep flavor you can get.
Fuck.
And you've got your
Not a
chicken
gumbo
legs,
guy.
you've got your crawfish, you have a little bit of shrimp, you've got literally
Damn.
all of the things plus a Cajun boil. Slap that on the table. I'll eat all of it. That's exactly what I want
Fair.
to eat.
It's awesome.
Incredible. Chris?
Oh man, so I can't even talk, man, because
He's getting so emotional about
I-
this.
I mean, I love food so much. I love food so much.
Yeah.
So if I were to go with one food for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
it'd be chicken wings.
Chicken wings? Are you a drums or a flats guy?
All right. Both, dude.
Doesn't
Chris loves
matter.
them Both, dude.
Doesn't matter.
You don't have
No
like
issues.
one sway or the other. What are you
Okay, so-
picking first? When you're going to grab the chicken wing and you have both options, what are you getting first?
I mean, this option is gonna piss off a lot of
I
people.
love it. Go for it.
Whatever has the most sauce.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
All right.
I get it.
I don't
get it.
I don't
Good option.
care. I literally don't care if it's a wing or flat.
Yeah.
If they look saucy, bro, I'm gonna pick that wing up.
one.
Interesting.
I respect your decision.
Yeah.
Actually. Okay.
So if I were to choose one thing I would eat for the rest of my life or at the end, it'd be chicken wings.
What flavor?
Nice.
What do you got?
That's
what
it.
sauce?
Yeah, what
That's
What's your
that's the thing.
sauce?
That's the
That's
thing.
hard. That's a
A
lot.
plethora of sauces so you can dunk as you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Get saucy with it.
You know, they're
Well-
just maybe like a nice dry rub, and then you can dunk it in whatever fucking sauce you want. Dude.
Well, so I mean,
the
because I'm
ideal way
fancy.
to eat wings.
Because I'm fancy, dude.
Yeah.
I'd go like a blackened dry rub,
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. Perfect.
but then a hot barbecue sauce.
there you go.
Yep. I respect it.
But that's me because I'm fancy.
Yeah, hot barb.
But
Would
if
you
I fuck with that.
have another dipping sauce on top of your sauce? that
Are you
have?
ranch or blue cheese?
Are
guy?
you like, I'm gonna do barbecue and have my barbecue sauce
Oh.
and then I'm dipping it in ranch or blue
I
cheese?
mean,
or,
I don't need ranch.
Okay.
Ranch is just a plus.
Yeah. It's just an
Bonus.
additive.
Yeah,
But it's
so-
your last meal
This is the last meal, so we're talking bonuses,
for the end of
Chris.
the world.
Oh yeah, man! I would
for
just rip the
Like
wings. I don't give a
runny-
fuck
Oh,
about
okay.
ranch
Okay.
All right, all right.
or
Yeah.
blue. I mean, a lot of people are blue cheese guys.
No.
I don't give a
don't mind it.
fuck about
Don't
the
put
extra
feet
sauce.
on my chicken wings.
Yeah.
Don't put your
in
feet
my-
on my chicken
in
wings.
my-
Well, anyway,
In my old age, in my old age, I have become more of a blue cheese individual. Not more of, sorry. I'm still a ranch guy through and through.
I never
But
wanna hear that.
sometimes,
Nope.
if somebody's got a little, if they're giving me both, I'm gonna use that blue cheese.
I can deal with a gorgonzola.
I'm gonna use that blue cheese.
Don't touch me with a blue cheese.
Gorgonzola.
Yeah, it's
the same
they're
thing.
a similar
the same
flavor
goddamn
profile.
thing.
It's enough of that stank
It's
of
the
that
same
funk.
thing. It's the same thing.
It's don't touch me with blue cheese.
I'll fucking,
That's
hey, I'll fucking do it.
That's horrible to know.
I'll fucking get
I
that blue
hate to
cheese.
know
If
that,
the blue
but-
cheese is there,
You're
I'll get
gonna
it.
use it.
I'll get it.
I'll die before I eat a blue
If they're
cheese.
like, we don't have any ranch, I'm gonna say, all right, give me
Let
the
me
blue
give you
cheese
a
then.
little block of cheddar with some mold on it. You're gonna eat
Yeah,
it just
dude.
the same.
And I'll eat it.
Fuck.
Gross.
Not as much. I won't dunk as
Ew.
much, but a little bit. A little sweet treat.
But
Anyway,
thank you guys for hanging out for this episode. I have to pull up my sleeves because
Oh, no, thank you.
blue cheese got me hot as
it's
fuck.
sweaty in here now.
Dude, blue cheese is gross.
That's
My
But
dad-
thanks for hanging out for episode 171.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out last week's episode and definitely make sure to check out Friday's episode of DVD Extras featuring Kimmy.
And me. And Chris.
Yeah,
Who's
I mean, bleh. But anyway, as always, my name is Chris, and this is Jory.
And this is Jory, and his name is Chris, and
I'm Kimmy.
yeah.
Let's go. Check us out on Friday. We'll see you guys in a couple days.
See you on Friday.
I'm your favorite artist. I'm your
I'm
favorite
fartist.
fartist.